classify hierarchical cluster. We have defined statistics for agglomeration schedule. We have saved single solution for 3 clusters, it's all right, but we did not define the method. And the method needs to be not between group linkage. The method needs to be Ward's method. There we are. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Ward's method is the one. And within the Ward's method, again, we are using squared Euclidean distance, not any other. You can see there are quite a few. Continue, okay, there we go. And the dendrogram is friendly, again, because we have similar, but 3 clusters. So, when we have defined cluster 3, safely delete cluster 1. Just highlight cluster 1 in your data, not to get confused, and create cluster 2. This is now based on the Ward's method, slightly different. Still will have something similar, but slightly different. So now let's define the clusters for the ANOVA test. Analyze, compare means, one-way ANOVA, and moving the cluster to as a factor. There we go. Anyone behind? Raise your hand. So for the post hoc, we still should have Tukey. For the options, we have descriptive and Levene's. Okay, there we go. We have performed it and we have obtained the post hoc analysis. So not dramatically different, as you can see, should be similar. Somewhat different means for the days absent. Now we have 10, 1, and 19. Similar for the cluster 1, 29, 42, 46. And for the anti-smoking campaign, we have 21, 21, 14. Again, dubious 2 clusters. Different means, but we still are doubting about 2 clusters. So you will not see dramatic changes if you select different methods. It's probably just you will have fewer cases, as you have seen. Only 2 were assigned to 1 cluster because it's based on a different method, and that's why we couldn't perform the post-hoc analysis. And this is why Ward's method is the most probably popular. Because it is more democratic or liberal. It is not judging harshly on the similarities, and you will have evenly distributed instances for each cluster. So again, Levene's is insignificant, Tukey is valid. What do we have for the ANOVA test? ANOVA test shows significance of all 3 variables in order to define clusters. So as you can see, they are all less than 5% level of significance, which means that the differences between the group are significantly different based on each of the attributes. If you had any of them insignificant, we would not consider it in other further analysis, but we will consider all 3 of them. So now we are moving for the post-hoc test. And if you remember, we are able to see the highlighted differences between the means in each cluster for each variable. So we have 3 variables, and 3 variables define 3 clusters in the way that the instances with the averages belong to different clusters. So we can see that the difference between cluster 1 and 2 for the first variable is statistically significant with the level of significance 0.1%. The difference between cluster 1 and 3 is also significant, but the difference between cluster 2 and 3 is not, which means as we have judged subjectively, 42 and 43 between cluster 2 and 3 are not significantly different indeed. We were doubting it, now we have confirmed it. So we will see supposedly instances belonging to two clusters, cluster 1 and cluster 2. 2 and 3 probably merged together because there is no significant difference between 2 and 3. Further on, you can see for days absent last year, all three dimensions or clusters are significantly different. So no problem with this one, indeed. Our averages were 10, 1, and 19. And finally, we were also dubious about the clusters 1 and 2 for the anti-smoking campaign. And truly, we can see no significant difference between cluster 1 and 2, which means they probably are merged. But cluster 3 is different from cluster 1 and cluster 2. So what about the means? Yes, 21, 21, 14. Unsurprisingly, cluster 1 and 2 are merged. Where we can see distinctively is the homogeneous subsets. Yes, we can see cluster 2 and 3 are merged together. The averages are not significant. Significantly different. Cluster 1 is standing alone. We have 3 clusters formed based on the days absent last year. And for anti-smoking campaign, we have only 2 clusters with the first and second, we will see cluster numbers here, first and second clusters merged. Cluster 1, cluster 2, and standing apart from cluster 3. Here we merge in cluster 2 and 3, standing apart from cluster 1. So, this is for the continuous variables. Now we can put labels. We have 2 clusters with low and high self-concept score. We have low, average, and high days absent last year. And we have low attitude against smoking campaign and high attitude against it. So already we can see that in cluster 1, we have people with low self-concept score. Cluster 1, average days of absence. Cluster 1, high anti-smoking campaign attitude. In cluster 2, we have people with high self-concept score. Low days absent last year. And high anti-smoking policy attitude. Cluster 1. And finally, for cluster 3, we have high self-concept score, high days